It is race day. It is game time. If there has been no time to put the pedal to the metal, to go full, wide open throttle, today is that day. Today is one of the days we have been waiting for a long time, since the debacle, since the announcement of the new car, since teams got the cars, modified the cars, tested the cars, practiced with the cars, qualified with the cars, and now they are about to race with these cars. But if you're a Mercedes fan, if you're a longtime Lewis Hamilton fan, if you're a George Russell fan, if you're a Toto Wolff fan, there are some concerns. Let's just be real. There are some real legitimate concerns at this point in time. I know up until qualifying yesterday, we had the whole, Mercedes has been sandbagging. I myself have even invited and indulged in that notion. But as practice and as practice went on, that notion slowly left me to say that Mercedes does not have a bad car. Let me be clear when I say that. I believe they have all the proper ingredients to make a bomb championship run. They just don't have the temperatures right. They're not sure on when to put these ingredients in and how to place them and how to structure them so when they hit the pallet, things come in right. I think they got a lot to handle, but I also think Mercedes is the type of team organization to backload, not front load, right? They're going to try all types of different things to see how far they can push the limits, to see how these things react so they can know how far they need to go here and there. But don't get it twisted. There's nothing that's going to take place last night. Tonight, we're going to find out who made podium and who's going to win the first race of the season. There's nothing that was going to take place last night that's going to change the race. Parc Fermé. They locked up. Very minimal is going to happen, even after they come out of that status. Very little is going to happen. Now, we did see yesterday qualifying. I know I was concerned seeing Hamilton down there, seeing Russell. He jumped up. Now he fell down. Russell tried some new things with the car during qualifying that he did better in Q2 than he did in Q3. He tried some things that he thought might have worked out. It didn't work out. It was a gamble. He lost out on the gamble. He falls to ninth place, as you see with the time results, all right? He falls to ninth. Falls out of the 131s, the 132. All right. I mean, Hamilton, inverse, comes on up. Fifth. Not what we expected. I'm damn sure, not too certain that it's not what he expected. I honestly don't think Hamilton thought that today, going into the race, that he was going to be on pole. I don't think so. Based off a lot of things he's been saying, his commentary, I think realistically Hamilton knew, and he said it, they're struggling. They're trying to work some things out. I think he knew that they weren't going to make pole. I just do. I know that's not what he wanted. That's not what he's gonna go for. He's gonna go for the Galaxy. But I think somebody as seasoned and as championship and as goatish as he is, he knows where things really stand. He's been in that car, not particularly the new car as long as the W12, whatever the case may be, but he's been in cars long enough to know. He's been in Mercedes long enough to know when they legitimately have it and when they are still working on it. And they're still working on it. He comes in fifth. Ferrari is right where I picked them to be today, on pole. Red Bull is where I thought they would be given how they were looking through testing and practice. The car looks solid. The RB18 looks solid. Like, let's just not front. Let's be real. Verstappen looked good, just didn't look as good as Leclerc in those sectors. Ferrari's coming, y'all. Red Bull is going to do what they always do on top of all the other shenanigans that they do pull. Mercedes, I believe, if I'm going to have to make a prediction, like if somebody was telling me right now, you got to make a prediction and you got to stick to it, I think Mercedes, and you know, in this game, better late is never, like the whole thing where they say better late than never. Better late is not good. It's just not a good situation to be, especially if you have multiple competing teams for the championship, right? It's like brings margin of error like real thin. But given what I'm seeing now, if Mercedes does not come into form by the third race, I'm going to have to say things are going to be real tough. All right. Now, I'm going to be sitting down just like you all today, watching this race with as many delectable goodies as I can, given my situation. And I'm going to be taking it all in and seeing what happens. And we're going to be right back here later on today, live, to discuss things and go over some stuff. And I don't know if we're going to be basking in glory as Lewis Hamilton, Russell, and Mercedes fans, but we're going to see something. We're finally going to get to see these cars run for what they really are supposed to be at this current time. Because I've said it before, I still believe that the first few races will still kind of be like testing for all these teams. All of them. All of them. It's quite possible we see Ferrari get even better. All right. So with that being said, Hamilton's 5th, Russell's at 9th. I really don't see a problem where Russell does not. Now, with that being said, like with that gap, it's like, whoa, you don't have a running mate. If you look at Ferrari and Red Bull, their running mates are right there. You got Leclerc 1, Verstappen 2, Sainz 3, Perez 4. They're right there in the mix. Now you have Hamilton there. It would have been Bottas. It would have been Bottas at 6. He would have been right there with his running mate. Bottas is no longer with Mercedes. It was Alfa Romeo. They have their own set of issues. As you see, Bottas' running mate is nowhere near him to help him. Nowhere near. He's 15. Hamilton's running mate is in Russell, not too far behind. He's at 9th. I do not foresee Russell having an issue running up past Alonso and Magnussen. I just don't see it. I think he joins Lewis and at that top five situation sooner than later. I would say that Russell makes his way to where Bottas is by the 8th lap. I would say by the 8th lap, we see Russell near Bottas. That's what I'm going to say. I say by the 8th lap, we see Russell join Hamilton at the top portion, unless we see something that we totally unexpect, where Hamilton falls back to where Russell is, and that's something that we don't want to see. That's not going to be a good look. That's not going to be a good indication at all for us. So we're going to see. Race is literally in an hour's time. In an hour, we're going to be at the first race of the season. It is exciting for that. I know we had the FIA findings come out. That was a clown show. Did a video on that. That was a straight clown show. Less. I'll say less on that. I said enough in the video. So with that being said, let's see what happens today. Will Mercedes make podium? I don't think so. Do I hope they make podium? Hell yes. Do I want them to make podium? Damn right. Do I think legitimately, objectively, they make podium? No, not this race. So like I always say, just build it. I will see you after the race live here on the channel. Subscribe, like, comment. Peace. Thanks for tuning in and watching another video here at Wolfpack Performance. Check out some of my other content on Formula One issues, our topics, and our DIY products on how to customize your vehicle. Don't forget to comment, like, share, and subscribe. See you soon.